How Lionel Messi has changed the trajectory of Inter Miami. The Herons are currently on top of the MLS Eastern Conference. In Major League Soccer's 28-year history, there has never been a season quite like the 2023 edition. Sure, there was excitement when the league debuted in 1996 and when David Beckham joined a little over 10 years later. However, Lionel Messi joining Inter Miami CF was the biggest worldwide fanfare thing to date in MLS. For Messi, life in America got off to a great start. On July 21st, he made his debut against Cruz Azul in the joint MLS Liga MX Leagues Cup competition. Coming off the bench in the 54th minute, he scored a stoppage-time winner with an incredible inch-perfect free kick. In 7 games during the competition, he would go on to score 10 goals and dish out an assist, helping Miami win its first trophy in its 4-year existence. But in 6 MLS regular season games, Messi would only manage 1 goal and 2 assists. His mere mortal output in domestic league competition led to the Herons' 2023 campaign coming to an early end. With 2 games left in the regular season, they were knocked out of the running for a postseason spot. How Lionel Messi has changed Inter Miami. Has any team's fortunes changed as drastically in the middle of the season as Inter Miami's did once Messi joined the team? Miami were, well, awful before Messi and his super pals and former Barcelona legends Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba entered the picture. They were offensively ineffective and finished with a league-worst 18 points in 22 MLS games. Only the Colorado Rapids and Toronto FC had fewer goals scored up to that point out of all 29 clubs in the entire MLS, and none had poorer anticipated goals XG than Inter Miami's 0.97 per game. It would not have been worth imagining that Miami might have competed in the League Cup without Messi. Naturally, after he showed up, nothing remained the same. Inter Miami went unbeaten from July 21st, the day Messi made his Miami debut against Cruz Azul, to September 9th, the day he played his last game with Miami against Sporting Kansas City before sustaining a hamstring injury with Argentina during World Cup qualifying. Miami won 8 and drew 4 of those 12 games, which included 7 in the Leagues Cup, 4 in the league and 1 in the U.S. Open Cup. They accumulated 1.59 xG per game and outperformed their opponents 33-14. With Messi's addition, Inter Miami were victorious in the inaugural iteration of the enlarged Leagues Cup competition, which featured 46 teams. Messi's worth is demonstrated by Miami's significant progress in a way that even his own statistics cannot, in a sport where an individual's influence can be difficult to measure. Despite this, Messi played in 11 games throughout the course of the 12-game stretch, tallying 11 goals and 5 assists, featuring 2 goals in each of the first 3 games he started. Messi contributed directly to goals every 68 minutes on average, which can be defined as a goal or an assist. For comparison, Dennis Bouanga of LAFC, the winner of the MLS Golden Boot, scored once every 75 minutes, and Luciano Acosta of FC Cincinnati, the team that won the Supporters' Shield, scored once every 103 minutes. Meanwhile, the addition of Luis Suarez has further made Miami into a dominant side in MLS 2024. They are now top of the Eastern Conference with 10 points clear. For more updates, follow. Finish at the top. Lionel Messi again doing Messi things for an Inter Miami squad poised for a Supporters' Shield and MLS Cup run. Talisman of South Beach picked up where he left off, and is now in position to add to his 45 career trophies. Lionel Messi had not played in a competitive soccer match since the Copa America final on July 14th, and the last time he featured for Inter Miami in MLS action was June 1st. So what happened Saturday night? He casually returned to their starting lineup and promptly scored a 4-minute brace and set up a late Luis Suarez goal in a 3-1 victory over the Philadelphia Union. It was as if he had never left. The Herons now boast a 7-point lead over second-place LA Galaxy in the Supporters' Shield standings after the Argentines' heroics. Add in the fact they have a game in hand too, and the regular season title is now theirs to lose. Miami played 9 matches without their number 10 this summer, staying afloat and competing at a high level across MLS. Now, with him back in the mix, the expectations are sky-high for Tata Martino's side. An MLS Supporters' Shield, the top overall seed in the 2024 MLS playoffs, a run towards MLS Cup, it's all in play, so they cannot afford to falter. And neither can Messi. Goal explores how the Herons' 2024 campaign built to this moment, what weight rests on the Argentine shoulders, and how Martino's squad can climb higher than ever before. Messi's departure after the June 1st match against St. Louis City SC began what would become a more than 3-month-long absence from the pitch for Miami. He originally left the club to lead his native Argentina in Copa America, where La Albiceleste claimed a brilliant victory over Colombia in the championship game. However, Messi departed the final with a severe ankle sprain, an injury that had sidelined him until this past weekend. He missed the 2024 MLS All-Star Game, the 2024 Leagues Cup, and 9 regular season matches during that span. And almost inexplicably, Miami didn't falter. Rather, they excelled. They won 8 of those 9 matches, with their lone loss being a shocking 6-1 defeat to Eastern Conference rivals FC Cincinnati. The game felt like an anomaly and in the grand scheme of things is a blur in their campaign. In the second-ever edition of the Leagues Cup, the reigning champions Miami looked to run it back without Messi, but they fell short. His absence was well noted, as they were outclassed in the knockout stage by eventual champions Columbus Crew. However, none of that matters now. Messi is back, and he returned with a bang. Now, with 6 matches left on the calendar, the Herons have a chance to put their names in MLS history, and the Argentine himself can add to his impeccable track record of silverware, with 45 trophies already in the cabinet. Messi simply picked up where he left off. Across 13 matches now this season, he's scored 14 goals and notched 14 assists, averaging 2.15 goal contributions per game. That number is higher than any other player across the entire league this season. In the process, he became the fastest MLS player to reach 15 goals and 15 assists. Messi set the record within 19 games, breaking the mark set by Sebastian Giovinco, who managed to reach the same mark in 29 fixtures. However, there still needs to be acknowledgement that he has yet to return to his best. Saturday was his first match in nearly 2 months, and his first for the Herons in more than 3 months. He's yet to reach his peak for the club, and knowing that might be what makes his return Saturday all the more terrifying. To be honest, I am a little tired. The humidity and heat of Miami doesn't help, Messi said in a post-match interview. But I was very eager to come back. It had been a long time away from the field. Little by little I started training with the group. I felt good, and that is why we made the decision for me to start. I am very happy, very pleased. Ahead of the match, Martino shared how excited he was to have the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner back in his squad, saying, "We are going to once again have the best player in the world within the team, so we are all happy about that situation."